Part two of why I went no contact with my family. I've always had like a really difficult relationship with my sister. We were a year and 6 days apart, and I'm late diagnosed ADHD. And she just really, it was how she entertained herself, but she would entertain herself by dysregulating me. So I was always in fight or flight, and I was always losing my shit. And then I would always get in trouble. So I was the crazy one in the family, and, the mess. And I was never regulated. And so that was just like the typical pattern throughout my entire childhood. And then it was, well, I mean, this conversation happened, I don't know about, right before I went no contact with my parents. And so I was trying to explain to them how difficult that dynamic was and how unsafe it felt to me, and really how much they didn't protect me at all in that scenario. And their response was, well, we did realize it. And when we realized it, your dad said something. And I said, I was in my mid 30s. When I finally stood up for myself. Enough times of honestly going on no contact with them before, sometimes for short periods, sometimes for long periods, but it usually had centered around my sister, and then they would always take her side, always. And I always needed to be the one that apologized afterwards because I always was the one who got dysregulated. But she was somebody that, like, that was her goal. It wasn't like, I'm going to say something snotty or mean or pick at you and then like see you're kind of getting upset and let it go. It was incessant until I lost my shit. There would be no reprieve until I lost my shit. That was just how it worked for me. And so anyway, I just kind of felt like my mid-30s just wasn't good enough. Especially when the response of we did in our mid-30s was kind of, you don't even know how hard that was for us. Like your dad said something to her, and now she won't even talk to your dad. She's still so mad at your dad that he even said something to her. That you should be so grateful that at 33, we finally said something. We eventually noticed. So you need to get over it.